Hello, everybody. It's Miss Ginny from the Rotary Children's Library. Today with Crafting with Ginny, we are going to be making some Santa binoculars. So you can find that information with the supply list on our website at draytonvalleylibrary.ca under programs. And you will print that off and follow along. It's pretty easy to make. So that's something you'll want to do first. I'm just going to invite one other person here and then we'll get started. All right, so what you're going to need for supplies is either some string or some yarn, whatever color you want, because that's going to be the tie that you're going to tie onto your binoculars. You're going to need some red felt. You'll want either some batting if you have it, or cotton balls. You can use cotton balls. You may want some ribbon, that's up to you, or washi tape, or black construction paper as well. Or even if you have some of the black electrician's tape, you can use some of that. There's lots of varieties of things that you can use. So the other thing that you're going to want to have is you're going to want maybe a glue stick, some scissors, and 2 toilet paper rolls for your binoculars. And I'm using I've got some glue sticks here, and I'm using a hot glue gun. You can use regular glue, but it is easier. You can use, just school glue or whatever, white glue. But for purpose here, I'm using the hot glue gun. If you use the hot glue gun, be sure to get adult supervision because you don't want to be burnt. All right, let's get started. So I've already pre-cut my red felt. So what you're going to need is you're going to need to cut a strip that's wide enough to fit around a toilet paper roll. And remember to leave a little bit extra on the end so that it sticks together better. So you're going to need 2 of those. So the first thing you're going to do is cut those strips out. And then you're going to make sure that, like I said, leave enough length to go all the way around your toilet paper roll. And then put a little glue from the glue gun on the toilet paper roll in a line from side to side, and then you stick on that felt. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit on my toilet paper roll. And maybe around the top might help. And about around the bottom, so that it sticks better. So now I'm going to take my felt and I'm going to turn the computer down so that you can see what I'm doing. And I'm going to put my toilet paper roll there on top of my felt, and I'm going to roll the felt on like that. Now, if you need a little bit more, where I need a little bit more there, I'm going to put some more glue on there just to make sure it's sticking. And you want the felt to stick to itself at the very end there, so I'm putting some glue on there. All right. So now your toilet paper roll, so just wrap it as tightly as you can. If you need to trim it a little bit, like I'm going to on the top, and I think I'll put a little bit more glue around the edge there because it wasn't quite sticking. So just make sure that it's glued everywhere. And put a little bit more here. And now you're going to you can just trim it a little bit if you need to, if the felt is a bit long, just so that it's at the same height as the toilet paper roll is. I'm just going to trim it all the way around without cutting my toilet paper roll, so it looks a little neater. And I'm going to do the same on the bottom. And then you're going to do the same thing with your other toilet paper roll. So there's one of them. Now you're going to do the same with this one. So I'm going to put some glue on right down the middle. And maybe one on the other side here, and then around the top again. Be careful not to burn yourself if you're using a glue gun. Remember, adult supervision. So I'm just putting it around there. Now I'm gonna put it on my, like I did with the other one, I'm gonna put it on my felt. So I'm just gonna lay it on so that it's even. And I'm gonna roll my felt onto that. So again, if you need a bit more glue, put some glue on there. Just to hold that felt in place. And if you need to trim it, mine looks pretty good. I'm going to trim it just a little bit, trim it on either end. And I'm going to put a little bit more glue in this part here, just so it sticks better to the toilet paper roll. So there, now you have your two parts of your binoculars, and there'll be string from your hot glue gun, your hot glue. So just pull the string off. So now the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut two strips of black out of your construction paper. So they don't have to be very wide. You can make them a 1/2 inch or an inch. And so I've pre-cut two strips that are going to go around the toilet paper roll. So you want to make sure you do that. And the other thing that I pre-cut is I took my tool or my cotton, and I'm going to glue that on. So the first thing I want to do is glue my cotton on one end of each toilet paper roll. So I've got two strips of those. So I am going to, let's see which end I want it on. I'll just put a little bit more glue right here. Okay, so now you're going to wrap it around. And you'll want to glue that on. So I'm going to put some glue on my felted toilet paper roll now, just so that that will stick. I'm just going to start. I'm going to put it all the way around on the one end or the other. It doesn't matter which end you choose. It's up to you. So now I'm going to put that on, stick it on all the way around. Because it's Santa's binoculars, so you want it to look like it belongs to Santa, right? So if I need a little bit more glue, I'm going to get some, and I need another glue stick here, so I'm just going to get that. Mine is running out. There, okay. So now a little bit more glue on here, just so that it sticks to itself and it sticks to the toilet paper roll. And then you can just fix it so that it's all kind of even all the way around, and it looks like that. Now you're going to do the same thing with the other toilet paper roll. So I'm going to once again put my glue on. Let's do this end. Again, it doesn't matter which end you put it on. You decide. It can be the one end or the other. It doesn't matter. You get to choose. Now I'm taking this and wrapping it around nice and tight so that it looks nicely on there. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. Just to stick it onto itself. And if your piece is a little bit long, you can always trim it. And then, so now you have these two like that. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put your black strip just to make it look a little nicer. And this is where I took my ribbon and I actually pre-cut a little buckle from my ribbon, from my gold ribbon. So you might want to just, it's up to you if you want to decorate it more, you can leave it just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my glue stick and I'm going to glue this onto the black strip, to each black strip that I have. And I'm going to put it in the middle. I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back of my buckle that I pre-cut. And I'm going to stick it to the construction paper. Now you might want to put the glue directly onto the construction paper, and I see my glue stick is working very well, so I'm going to use a different one. All right, so I'm going to stick this on so that it's kind of in the center. Oops, maybe I'll use my hot glue because it doesn't seem to be working. You can use it, it's just the kind of ribbon that I have. Now it doesn't have to be ribbon, you can just have washi tape, and washi tape will stick on. Or black tape, whatever you want. This is just an extra design if you want to do it. You don't have to. There, so I've done it like that. So now what I want to do is I want to take it and glue it around that so it looks like Santa's binoculars. It gives it a little more, little more design and creativity. Like I said, design it how you want. That's what I'm doing. So now you can just put some glue just above the cotton. And again, if you use cotton balls, that's okay. I just happen to have some cotton here. So I'm going to put this on, stick it on all the way around. And there you have one of the half of the binoculars. And now you're going to do the same to the other one. So I'm just going to put some glue on the buckle that I had. And again, it's probably easier just to use regular glue. I put a little bit of hot glue because this particular ribbon that I'm using seems to be not sticking as well with my glue sticks, but you can use white glue too. So I've put that on there again, and now I'm going to put it around. So again, I'm going to put some hot glue all the way around. Again, you can use white glue if you want. It will stick on there just above the cotton. And I'm going to stick that on all the way around. So now you have your two parts of your binoculars. So now what you'll want to do is you want to glue the two rows together with the glue gun that I'm using. So you're going to put some glue along one side of one of the binoculars. And then you're going to take the other one and remember to have your buckles in the right spot there. So now you're putting them together so you can squeeze them, put them together so it looks like Santa's binoculars. And now the next thing for a nice finishing touch, and of course, because they're binoculars, you want them to have a piece of string or yarn. So just measure around your neck, so that you have where you want your binoculars to go. And then you can glue the string to the inside of your binoculars. So just one on either side. And then just stick your string on there. One end. And then the other end. And then you put it around and you have binoculars, Santa binoculars. So you can have them hanging however low you want. You can have them up here if you want. Depends on how long you want your string. So those are Santa binoculars. All right, thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you again soon. I'll see you this afternoon at 3:30 with Crafting with Ginny. Bye for now.